All right guys, so real quick I'm going to show you how to irrigate, or sorry, set up the irrigation on a field pretty cheap. I got some line over here that I'm going to show you. It's 1-inch line that I'm running from the main line down at the house at the well, and it comes all the way up here. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so there's the well. It comes underground. It goes at that little box right there. And then here's the pipe. I started burying it because it was just sitting on top of the ground. You can leave it on top of the ground, but I like to bury it where we're going to be walking or driving the tractor. This is just 1-inch like poly tubing. They sell it at like ag places. Lowe's up here sells it, which is pretty cool. But it goes all the way over there along the whole back side of the fence and up to the top. So here it is. I also ran a wire and hung it off the fence. That's for the sprinkler valves next. But I dug a trench right here all the way over to here, buried it in the ground with the wire, and just popped it up. You just buy these cheap plastic fittings. I got a hose bib up here, and then there's going to be 4 sprinklers like this on each edge of the field, way over there and on the other side, and then I'm going to do 2 in the middle as well. So I'm going to hook it all up and we're going to see how it works. This is the poly tubing too. It comes in a 100-foot roll for $12. It's pretty cheap. PVC is like $8 for 20 feet. So this is definitely a way better way to do a field, and it can sit right on top of the dirt. I just bury it where I'm going to be driving. All right guys, so check it out. This is how easy it is. The only thing you need is one of these little clamps. You need your crimpers, and you just take this 100-foot line right here. It's kind of a pain to work with because it's all rolled up, but make sure you put this on first. Made that mistake, and you got to put it around the whole 100-foot roll. It's not fun. And then you just kind of shake it on there. There it is. Crimp it. And you're ready to go now. Check it out. There it is. Done. Now I can unroll this roll down the whole field over to that other stake down there, and I'll tie it off, and then I'll make my cuts and do the tees with the sprinklers coming out just like this. So here we go. All right, so now that I got it stretched, makes it all the way down to the end, perfect 100 feet, which is pretty awesome. I got to go get some stakes, and you just kind of stake it in the ground so it stays all nice, and then we'll start adding our tees for the sprinklers. Okay, so so you always want to put on your pipe tape, and I like to use this stuff too, which is right here. Works great. I never like redoing plumbing, so it's always better to put more stuff on than not enough, because then you're going to be taking it apart later. So I just put a big thick coat around there and then screw it on. There it is. Zip tie. and easy. You want to make sure it's level too, so then you're not shooting your sprinklers up and down. These are 45-foot range speed sprinklers, but with all these heads added on, it's probably only going to go about 20 feet. Setting the depth or the range. Cool, there we go. Alright guys, so I am prepping the valves. When getting your valve, they make tons of different kinds. You want to make sure you follow the arrows. There's an in and out, so you can look at your arrows on there. And with your fittings, I'm going straight on to the PEX type material that I bought for irrigation. I'm going to do some wraps. I always do about, like, you know, 3 to 4 wraps. And then I go ahead and put some of this stuff on it right here. Pipe joint compound. Make sure you get a bunch on there. I'd rather have too much than not enough, because then you're going to be doing your plumbing all over again. That happens. I'm just going to get it in here finger tight, and then I'll get the wrench and crank on it. Do the other one. And then we are pretty much ready to go hook it up over there. Alright guys, next morning we are out in the field, and I didn't get a chance to show you how the sprinkler setup worked. It got too dark. I was working till like 6 o'clock and it was already getting dark, so I'm going to show you this morning. So this is where the main comes in. It goes over to this box, which inside has the actual, I gotta replace this too, I got a leak right in here. I got the controls in here. I still gotta cut it out and make it work, but those are run to the wire that I ran over to the fence that then goes all the way down there to the shed, and my controller will be in there. And you can turn on the different zones. So I split it up because you don't want a whole bunch of sprinklers on one valve, because it cuts the pressure down. So what you actually want to do is I put 4 heads on this one right here as, let's say, zone 1, and then zone 2 is going to be over there, that has 4 heads as well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll kind of walk it out. But see, here's a middle sprinkler. I just used rebar, pounded it in the ground, and then zip tied it to it, because this is flexible pipe, and it holds it nice and level, and it's all ready to go. And when it goes to freeze in the wintertime here, I can open up the hose valve down here at the end and let air in to the actual pipe so they won't burst. So everything's pretty much set up, ready to go. I'm going to turn it on and let you guys see how this thing works. This garden's gonna be huge. I gotta make some kind of plow to turn over the dirt to make my mounds for planting too. Alright guys, so check it out. We got pressure. Pretty rad. I'm just gonna walk around, make sure we don't have any leaks, and then from there we can go ahead and turn on the sprinklers. Here we go. Oh, awesome. I set them last night to what they need to do, so They're not going to spray over here. I set them so they're pretty much just perfect, ready to go. I haven't set the depth though, but I think it's looking pretty good. I'm just trying to get them to hit the middle of the field, which I think they are. Maybe they got to go a little further. Get misted. Cool. So there it is. Working. Wow, it's windy out. It's blowing the water all the way over here on the road. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, well thanks for watching the videos. Any questions, comments, suggestions, please put them below. Subscribe on the left hand side, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.